So Wednesdays are sort of weird. As I said last week, there's something I love about Wednesdays because it's all of the stress that is Tuesdays, which are just miserable, is gone. And Wednesdays I only have two classes, even if one of them is at night. And honestly, if I'm being real here, it's my least favorite class. But nevertheless, Wednesdays are a day I feel pretty good about. I like Wednesdays. It's nice. It's lovely outside. It's good to kind of relax a bit, but it's always weird because, on the books, like on the calendar, it feels like it's a day that pretty much of rest. There's very little to actually do. And yet Wednesdays just, I mean, they go by like that. They're always full of things to do, and I don't really know where the day goes. It's 7 a.m. and, I'm kind of running, I've been running through my head what I'm going to do today. And it doesn't feel like there's very much, but I'm sure by 6 o'clock tonight, I'll feel like I've gotten nothing done, and I've been working all day, so I guess we'll just have to see how that goes. So Emily is a very smart person. She's probably the smartest person I know. I mean, she's going to have her master's and her doctorate in less than 6 months, which is just absolutely insane, especially when you consider that when I met Emily, she was, well, I guess we knew each other since elementary school, and so the fact that she's going to be a doctor and have her master's degree on top of that is kind of amazing. But every now and then she does something that's, well, you've seen it on the vlog before, she'll do something that's kind of stupid. And yesterday, perhaps because I wasn't there watching over her every move, she hurt her foot somehow. And so now today she is in pain and it hurts for her to walk around. And so, of course, my logical advice is, hey, you don't necessarily go to see like a doctor or whatever, but at the very least, do something with like MedCheck, go to CVS, Walgreens, whatever, and they can at least look at your foot and say what's wrong. Or like, they might not be a doctor, but they're at least a nurse practitioner, which is pretty much a doctor, just not paid as well. And so you should at least do that. And of course, Emily's super stubborn about it. She's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, okay, well, maybe don't go into work today. No, I have to go into work today. And perhaps it's frustrating because I know I would do the exact same thing in this situation. If my foot was in such pain as hers, where it literally hurts for her to walk, I would power through it. So I guess it's a little ingenuous for me to tell her to not do it, but I'm worried that it's only going to get worse because I can't imagine walking on it, for the next 8 hours is going to help. So after much harassing and haranguing, I finally convinced Emily to go to MedCheck or urgent care, wherever, which is where she's at right now, which is good. Obviously I'm not with her. I'm still here working because I have school. It'd be kind of hard, but hopefully she's okay. I mean, I guess she can drive. I don't know if she's going to go back to work. She went to work this morning, which is just insane. Hopefully her foot is fine. And I mean, it's probably not broken, probably, but they're probably just gonna give her like crutches or like wrap it or whatever, which I mean, sucks, but I'm glad to go in urgent care, Emily, because just walking around and just hoping that it heals is something I would do, which is why I know it's a terrible idea, because I am full of terrible ideas. So the goal of the office has always been a sort of kind of refocus, to kind of click things back into gear. So when I could get home, I could not focus on work and I could just have a space where my mindset really is just work. And it's working pretty well. I'm pretty focused. I'm pretty on task. I'm not getting distracted by just the normal distractions of the household or all the things that kind of come with being at home, which is good. But the problem is I'm spending 12 plus hours in one little room, and it's not very healthy. So I'm taking a short walk, but a walk outside, and sure, I'm still listening to books that I have to read for class, but I figure it's at least a little bit of a break, if not, like a real break from work, because 12 hours a day of this stuff is, well, it's actually more than that, because I get to the office at 7, I haven't been leaving till 8:30 at night, so they're really long days. So I should probably take this break. I don't take a break for lunch or anything like that either, so this is good. And sure, I guess, technically it's not a break because I am listening to a book for class, but at least I'm getting out of the house in this awesome weather because being Indiana, there's definitely a chance it's gonna get cold again. But we'll see. So it is now 5:30 in the afternoon. I have about 30 minutes before class starts, and there are definitely things I should do. I should definitely work on my pitch, which I haven't worked on at all today. I've been doing everything in my power to kind of avoid it. That's it, actually. I don't really have that much to do, which is weird because everything else, it's. I have a big project I've been working on for a long time. I'm super excited about, and we start shooting on Saturday, which will be a lot of fun. It's this campaign called Lunges for Levi, and it's to help support this family that these two kids basically they almost drowned in a pool, and so now we're raising money to kind of help pay their medical bills and that kind of thing. And it's a great cause, and I'm working. It's my favorite. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. It's my favorite client that I work with of all the clients that I work with, and I'm super excited. But the thing about before a shoot is that there is a certain anxiety that comes with it because there are just things you can't prepare for. They're just things you can't know. And while being on shoot is perhaps my favorite part of filmmaking, I mean, it's why I make the vlog, right? It's because I'm always shooting. It's the part that I love. Editing's just, it's not my thing. The shoot, this is what I love. And so I'm super excited for Saturday, but I'm also nervous because as much preparing as we do, when you're on set, it's just, you just don't know, especially when we're working with, in a field that isn't a narrative. We have no control. We don't have a script. We don't have a big plan coming in. So it's a little nerve-wracking, and I should probably do that planning now that I'm talking about it, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. So even though Emily went to urgent care and she got an x-ray and they said they'd call her back in an hour, they didn't call her back, which probably means she doesn't have any broken bones, which is good, which means it's probably just a sprained ankle, which Emily tends to do pretty much before every vacation. Last time we went to Chicago, it was like that. She was supposed to go to Canada and she broke a limb right before she broke her ankle. And then let's see what else. Oh, if it's not her, it's someone's hurt. It's a tradition for Hess families for someone to get hurt either right before a trip or during a trip. I don't know why they do it, but they really love to do it. Anyways, they never called her back for one reason or another, which means it's probably going to be okay, and she just needs to rest and ice and wrap it. I mean, she is pretty much a doctor, so I'm sure she'll figure it out. But on her way home, she called me, and she said that one of her tires was low on air. So, me knowing nothing about air or tires, I said, okay. And she expects me to fix it, which, look, I get we're past normalized gender rules. So I would like to no longer be expected to know everything about cars because I don't know anything and I really don't want to. But I also don't want to have to take it somewhere and pay a bunch of money and just end up replacing the tire anyway. So it is it's a bit of a conundrum. I think I'm gonna see if I can find a little hole or anything in it, and you're supposed to use I don't know, dish soap and water or something. I don't know. We'll try it tomorrow or Friday or at some point, and hopefully that will work fine. And if it doesn't, I really don't want to pay for another tire. I mean, she was those tires are pretty much, they're only 3 months old, and Emily never drives her car. She's had that car for 5 years and only has only 75,000 miles on it, but still, that's only 20,000 miles a year. It's less than that, right? That's 15,000 miles a year. So I really don't want to have to buy a new tire right after just getting new tires. So hopefully that's not the case, but I guess that's just another one of the amazing vlog adventures that will be not today, maybe tomorrow, probably not tomorrow either. But eventually, which is just so much fun.